today we are joined by Mobile Christian linebacker Deontae Lawson, committed to Alabama back in December, and we've got some fun questions for him today on our live stream that is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Labor. Deontae, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
So we were talking on the phone. We were texting back and forth earlier, and you were getting a workout in earlier, and then you had class a little bit after that. What's that kind of been like for you, getting the workouts in and doing this whole virtual learning thing?
I kind of got used to it right now. It's all right, though. It's going well right now.
So what do the workouts look like for you each and every day, as you're not obviously really able to get on the football field, but you got to stay in shape? That's a big part of this whole thing.
Well, I still can go to my trainer and work out like with weights, but like with running, I'll just run in the neighborhood.
And then, of course, obviously you're doing your virtual classes and whatnot, and kind of, getting prepared for your senior season at Mobile Christian. I know that's exciting. And for those of you Alabama fans that are just jumping on the feed, we've got Deontae Lawson here. He is an Alabama commit. He committed back, I guess, in December. But I guess what I want to ask you is your commitment to Alabama. Sort of take us through that process and sort of what went into you deciding that you wanted to play football for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Oh, well, I just found out that it is the best fit for me. With the coaches being able to be coached by Nick Saban, it's a big accomplishment, and I just want to compete with the best.
Okay, and so obviously, you've still got one more year of high school left, so you're a 2021 commitment, and there's still some time out there, and you've indicated that you still have expressed interest in making some other official visits elsewhere. But that's kind of been a weird process too, because unfortunately you haven't been able to make those official visits. Of course, during the springtime is when a lot of you guys can go on campus and visit other colleges and get acclimated and see if there's something else out there for you. What are some of those schools that have expressed interest in you and vice versa?
Well, I have like virtual visits. Like I have my first virtual visit with Auburn on Thursday or tomorrow. So I'll just see how that goes. But I don't know. It's kind of weird not being able to take visits. No.
Well, and you talk about the visits, why those are so important, and, being able to go make an official visit somewhere and be able to feel the campus. Why is that something that's so important to you, to be able to make that commitment, to be able to actually kind of see and feel what you're about to walk into in the next chapter, or the next 3 or 4 years of your college football life?
Just being able to develop a relationship with a coach and with all the coaches. Relationship is a big key in my recruitment. I like keeping good relationships, and just to see what they have to offer, and what they have with like their major thing is the graduation, all that.
So graduation, a big thing. I know it's still early in the game, but you're going to be a senior in high school. Any idea what life after college looks like? Of course, I know the NFL is probably glaring at you, but do you have any idea of what you might want to study when you go to Alabama?
Well, I kind of want to major in business. Kind of want to run my own business just in case the NFL doesn't work out.
Do you have any idea what kind of business you want to run at this point?
Not really.
All right. Well, you got a lot of time to figure that out. Now, guys, just jumping on the feed here. This is Deontae Lawson. Deontae Lawson, I got to point this out. Your statistics are pretty impressive. You finished with 101 solo tackles, 33 assists, also rushed for 10 touchdowns on offense. Pretty impressive stuff. A tremendous athlete, your physicality, all those things. What is it that you've heard from some of the coaches about your abilities that would fit well with the Alabama Crimson Tide and their defense?
Well, they run the same defense as us, so I'm kind of already ahead of the game. So and I'm very versatile. I can play inside linebacker or outside linebacker, and they like that a lot about me.
Okay, so what have your interactions been like with Nick Saban so far?
We FaceTime a few times. He's a great man, and he's a great coach.
So have you gotten any advice from anybody at Alabama at this point? Have you talked to any of the guys that are currently on campus, current players, maybe former players? Has anyone spoken to you yet?
Yes, ma'am. They just told me just to go in there and work and just listen, trust the process, and listen to what coach has to say.
Can you name any players that you've specifically talked to thus far?
I talked to Christian Harris. I talked to his name is Brown Robertson.
Oh yeah.
Demoy Kennedy. He's an early enrollee. That's about it.
So you've gotten to talk to some of the best, some of the guys that have been there, leaders on the team, guys that have been in your position before, making that transition. All right, so we're gonna have a little fun here. So Alabama fans want to know who they're getting on their football team. So when it's time to make your decision and obviously sign your letter of intent, when that time comes, first and foremost, when you aren't playing football, what is it that Deontae Lawson is doing?
I like to play video games. Play video games a lot. I like
okay,
playing,
like,
ma'am.
What kind of video games? What's at the top? What are your like top 3?
I play NBA 2K, that's basketball, and NFL, Madden 20, and Fortnite.
Okay, those are 3 good ones. I have to ask you, have you ever heard of Tecmo Bowl before?
Tecmo?
Tecmo Bowl?
No.
He's like, no. Tecmo Bowl, for those that are in my generation, you know, I'm an 80s baby. That's old school Nintendo, dude. That's back when Bo Jackson was stiff arming people. That's some old school stuff. One of these days, maybe you'll see one of those. You can dust off a Nintendo game and do that. Okay, so what have you found yourself doing most during this quarantine time? Like, okay, video games is probably a big one. What else have you been doing to kind of occupy your time during all of this?
Really, just working out. Really, just working out and sleeping, playing the game. It's just I have like an order. I go in every day, and it's easy.
Okay, so what's that order? Take us through your day.
Okay, so I'll wake up, I'll eat, and then I'll go to the gym. When I come from the gym, I'll do class, and then take a shower, eat again, then play the game, and then unless my friends want to hang out or something.
Okay, so eating is a big part of that, nutrition. We know that's a huge part of any athlete and their regimen. And obviously that's going to ramp up when you get to the college ranks, when they try to bulk you up and make you, you know, as physical and as big as they possibly can. What are some of your go-to snacks and things that you like to eat that try to, you know, keep you healthy and feeling like you can, you know, hang with the best of them? You're allowed to say pizza. You're allowed to say pizza.
Well, I like pizza, but I don't really know. Healthy foods, I like grilled chicken and rice and stuff like that.
Okay, so what's your go-to snack? And it doesn't have to be healthy.
Like chips or something.
All right, I'm with you there. I got you. Okay, so obviously it's football season, and you got to get your mind right. What's your favorite pregame meal? Like, do you have like a pregame meal, something that you like to eat before your football games?
Well, we eat chicken Alfredo sometimes, and that's my favorite.
So you got a carb load, right? You got to get the carbs in so you can have all that energy, right? When you get out on the field. What about post game?
Post game, I like going to Waffle House.
Ooh, that's a good one. You know, there's someone else in this state that likes Waffle House.
Really?
Gus Malzahn. That's his place. He loves going to Waffle House after the football game. So when you have your virtual call with him, make sure you bring that up. He'll enjoy that.
Okay.
Okay, so when you were in Tuscaloosa, did you get a chance to go taste the town, like taste anything? Was there any restaurants or anything you got to try out while you were in Tuscaloosa for your official visit?
I haven't yet.
Boo.
Whenever like you can start taking visits again, I'm definitely going to do that.
Okay. Do you have any of the players told you, or are there any ones that you have circled on your list that you want to try out?
Not really. Anything.
Anything. Okay. Let me ask you this. So obviously you have one more year of high school football, and then you get to enter into the college ranks. What are you looking forward to most about playing at the college level?
Really just the atmosphere, playing in a bigger stage at the highest level. You know, that's really it. Just playing at the bigger stage.
All right. So when you made your official visit to Alabama, did you get to attend a football game?
Hmm.
Okay. So what was that experience like for you, getting to kind of see the atmosphere from a vantage point of a player?
It's wild. It's crazy. Couldn't imagine it, but now I am gonna imagine it. So I don't know.
I can see it puts a big smile on your face. Now, your defensive coordinator at Mobile Christian, Gus Smith, has stated that you remind him a lot of former linebacker C.J. Mosley. Is C.J. Mosley somebody that you've watched and tried to mirror your game after?
Yes, ma'am. When he played at Theodore High School, I used to watch his games. And at Alabama, I watched him when he played for the Ravens, and now the Jets. I still watch him today.
So somebody you certainly, I'm sure, look up to. Are there any other guys that have played for Alabama, or even perhaps another SEC school that you've looked up to, or really tried to mirror their game and take notes from?
D4, he plays for the San Francisco 49ers. He went to Auburn, and I like his game.
All right. And so as we kind of wrap up our conversation, Deontay, what has probably been the most exciting part of this process for you as a high school recruit, as you transition into the college ranks? What's been the most exciting part of this?
Just the like attention. It's a blessing to have all this attention, and colleges want you. They text you, call you, and you just treat them all with respect, but it's just a blessing.
I like that. The respect thing. Of course, I've got your Twitter handle up here. It's Deontay_8. So go follow this guy on Twitter because he's going to be a stud. I feel it. I'm feeling good about it. Deontay, obviously, this process has been a wild one. It's been a little different right now. And obviously, we're all hoping that we can get back out on the football field in September when the time comes. But when you think about this process and sort of what's next, I guess what is it you aspirations and goals you have for your senior high school season that can better prepare you for the next level in playing football with the Crimson Tide?
Just to get better. I try to get better every single year since a freshman, and I feel like I progressed every year. So hopefully just to get better and make my teammates better.
All righty. Well, Deontay Lawson, we so appreciate everything. Obviously continue working hard, continue grinding. We got your Twitter handle up there, Deontay8. Say hey to Deontay if you get an opportunity, guys. Again, we appreciate you watching, hanging out with us. And Deontay, all the best to you. And we'll check back in with you here during your senior season. And hopefully we'll see you on campus in Tuscaloosa real soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
This video was brought to you by the Alabama Department of Labor. Visit your local career center today to learn about our on-the-job training program for employees and employers.
All righty, that's a wrap.